What's up, URC crew? Just listening to this classic here. Finally had a chance to unpack all the cassettes from a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, 90s tapes. Just want to give you guys a bit of a preview of what we got early in the morning. Kids are still asleep. Coffee. Won't do as much talking this one. Just going to whip through, maybe touch on a couple of tapes. But yeah, I'll just try and fly through pretty much everything and yeah, show you what's in the box. So yeah, first ones. Are you still down double? I know Mev will be a big fan of these like myself. Listened to that a lot when it first came out. Scarface, classic, Last of a Dying Breed. Helter Skelter, Magnum Force. That's pretty dope. Got mint condition. Law of Finesse and DJ Mike Smooth, Funky Technician, another classic. Next up, guys, got the MOP triple. So To the Death, Firing Squad, and First Family, which is dope. So yeah, good to get all them three together. Didn't have any MOP in the collection, so must have. Next one is a bit of a grail. You guys know what this is. Been chasing this for a long time. So, yeah, finally got Lifestyles, which is dope. Next one, Twins, Conversation, Def Jam, G-Funk Music. Yeah, I was been after that one for ages, so stoked with that. This one here is an interesting one, Shazzy. I know Jamie and I, big fans of hard female MCs. Don't really know much about this. It's not on streaming. Looked it up. Some people say it's absolute shit. Other people say it's decent. So yeah, keen to give that a listen. Don't know what to expect. Big Daddy Kane, looks like a job 4. Got a few Kane in the collection. Beat Nuts, it's dope. And the Beats Nuts double, Stone Crazy. Yeah, it's dope too. Number 2 of Jazzmatazz series. So I had number 1 for a while. Number 2, you don't see that around as much, so that's pretty dope as well. Juvenile, 400 Degrees, one of the, I suppose, better Cash Money albums. It's got a few classics on there. Not everybody's cup of tea. This is just some down south stuff. So on the outside looking in, 8 Ball and MJG. Yeah. Dope. Sipo, To Hell and Back. Once again, not really as well known. There's a dope West Coast release here, Dub C and the Mad Circle, and A Damn Thing Changed. So I want to start a bit of West Coast series of classic West Coast tapes, because I know Clay's mentioned it and I've mentioned it a couple of times. So yeah, Dub C, he's right in there. Fun fact about Dub C, it's actually got asked to be an NWA at one point when Arabian Prince left, but declined and stuck with the Mad Circle instead. So yeah, just a little fun fact about Dub C. And obviously he was part of Westside Connection with Mac 10 and Ice Cube, which was a hip-hop supergroup back in the mid to late 90s. So next, Granddaddy IU. I don't know how many people will be familiar. This is one I'll speak on quickly. So he was part of the Juice Crew. He's also, I think this album here, Smooth Assassins, his first album, was released in 1990. I think he stopped rapping for around 10 years, and then he did production for people like Daz Effects, Helter Skelter, KRS-One, Ice-T. So yeah, keen to give that one a listen. Something different there for sure, bit of a sleeper. This one's pretty special. Nate Dogg Music and Me. The Nate Dogg tapes are very hard to get and collectible and very valuable. So obviously Nate Dogg, RIP, West Coast legend. So yeah, dope to have that one in the collection. Next, my man Pun, Endangered Species. So this is a bit of a compilation that was put together after he passed. Yeah, still sealed, which is dope. So I always crack them out the plastic. I don't keep them sealed, but you got to play them if you got them. But yeah, it's a dope cassette. Mr. Short Chop, the Chop Shop. So he was out hanging out with Ice Cube back around probably the late 90s when Ice Cube did War and Peace. Short Chop was there, quite a few West Coast features on that one, so yeah, keen to get into that a bit more. Next is a West Coast classic, Elif Zagan. Was chasing this for ages, not sure why I didn't have it in the collection sooner, but yeah, dope tape. Any West Coast head needs to have that, so yeah, it's cool. This interesting one, Short Records. It's a bit of a compilation by Too Short, so Independence Day, the compilation. Keen to give that a listen. Haven't heard it before, but yeah, it was recommended. Was told it was pretty dope. You guys all know this classic here, Diggable Planets, Reaching, must have. Dope, dope album, dope hip hop. Trick Daddy, Thug Holiday. Once again, not everyone's cup of tea, but this is an absolute burner. Some South flavors. I think it was around the late 90s, early 2000s. This came out, Thug Holiday. So, yeah, something different. Good to have in the collection. Excuse me. Oh, morning coffee. Next, the Dangerous Crew. Once again, it's a Too Short presents type compilation album. So this is an old school dope one, Mr. Magic's Rap Attack 2. So it's probably late 80s, this one, featuring Run DMC, Eric B, Fresh Prince. Yeah, so, you know, one of probably, you know, prior to Funk Flex and that type of DJ, Mr. Magic. So that's dope. Organized Confusion, Stress, that's sealed as well. Green Tape, reissue, so yeah, that's pretty dope to have in the collection. This is an interesting one, boys. So Sinister, I don't know who's heard of this. Mobbin' for Life. So this is a really sought after, I suppose, underground hip hop album. Obviously gangster hip hop album. This is still sealed, which is dope. Wanted to get my hands on this for a long time, so yeah, I don't think it's on streaming either. I've never seen it on streaming, so yeah, I'll give it a listen and let you guys know what I think of that. But yeah, everyone's chasing that one in the hip hop tape circles. Next, Skullduggery, These Wicked Streets. I think this is a No Limit Records album, still sealed. You know, not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, it's a cheap little pickup. So yeah, all right, on to the next stack. So what have we got next? Milkbone, the Milk Rate. So what I know about this one, it's a pretty dope little album. It was 95, Capitol Records, East Coast underground release. I've heard bits and pieces of this over the years, and always thought it was dope. So yeah, glad I got hold of that. But yeah, Milkbone, the Milk Rate. So yeah, it's one to look out for. Next, the Nonce World Ultimate. So this is a bit of an underground West Coast release. I think it was 95 or 96. It kind of was different to all the other gangster rap. I suppose it was coming out of the West at the time, more of a rapping over jazzy, funky laid back type beats. So yeah, I think this was kind of rated as one of the most slept on hip hop albums of the 90s. So yeah, keen to give that a listen and get into that, learn a bit more about that one. Next, Little Half Dead, Still on a Mission. This is again sought after in tape circles. People chase this a lot. This is his second album. West Coast MC. It's kind of a G-Funk horrorcore cross. So he was friends with Snoop, Dre, Warren G. None of them actually featured on the album, but he's from Long Beach, California, and yeah, I think this one was 95 or 96. So yeah, second album. First album I think was had a bit more acclaim to it, but yeah, keen to give that a listen. That's also sealed, which is dope. So another for the West Coast collection. Yeah, oh, look at this ripper. Shaft, the soundtrack. So yeah, there's a few well-known hip-hop soundtracks out there. This is decent. Above the Rim, obviously, and Bullworth and a few others that everyone knows from movie soundtracks. Exhibit, Man vs. Machine, must have. Love everything Exhibit from the start. The Kingmaker album actually just released, I think, a week ago, so need to get into that. But yeah, that's still sealed. So Man vs. Machine OG sealed straight out the West, which is dope. Next, boys, we got the Outcast double. So yeah, Outcast tapes are super sought after, hard to get. I think it's the same with the vinyl, really. So yeah, mint condition. I think that completes most of the Outcast set now. So yeah, they were on my list for a long time, so glad to get hold of them. Next, we got Funkmaster Flex 3. So it says the final chapter, but there's actually a 4. So this is the last one that I needed for the 4 tape set. So yeah, dope to have that. Not everyone's cup of tea, but there's some dope freestyles on there. And I suppose it was a place and a time when it came out. So pretty much everyone features on that, which is dope. Next, I think Jamie might have mentioned this one recently, Insomnia, their Eric Sermon compilation album. So this is a dope album. I wanted this for ages. Eric Sermon, highly underrated. Yeah, some dope production on there. So yeah, Interscope, glad to get hold of that one, which is good. Mobb Deep. So we just obviously had the infamous the other night, Murder Music, which is the follow-up. Yeah, dope release. I think I just need to get Juvenile Hell now for the triple play Mobb Deep. Here's a bit of a Grail tape, DITC Worldwide. So that's, yeah, one on my list for ages. Glad to get hold of that. Must have for any hip-hop head. Gangstar, Hard to Earn. So yes, I do already have this, but this copy was going very cheap. And this is obviously debatable. Their best album, Moment of Truth. We'll speak a bit more about that on another one that I've got coming up. But yeah, good to have another, I suppose, spare copy of Hard to Earn if something happens to my other one. So this one's, I suppose, right up your alley, brother. 93 to Infinity. So I did have a copy, but it didn't have the correct inlay. So yeah, obviously it's mint condition. It's got the original inlay. I've got the other tape. If you're keen to grab it, Soul, it's yours, mate. Obviously doesn't have the inlay, but it's an OG tape. So yeah, good to have that. Cannabis. This is an interesting one. So there was a period, I'm sure you guys all remember, where Cannabis was huge. I think he was battling Eminem when he first kind of came out, and he was just on a run for a while and then kind of just disappeared. So I think this is probably his most famous or well-known album, Can I Bus? Yeah, so yeah, dope to have in the collection. He was an ill spitter. I don't know what happened. This one, definitely a grail for me. Godson, super hard to find because tapes obviously finished in the US around 2000. I think this was a 2002, so mint condition copy of Godson. A bit like when I got Stillmatic, very hard to find in good condition. So yeah, this is a 2002, so this must be one of the last kind of hip-hop, like big hip-hop releases. So that's definitely a grail for me. For the Nas collection, that's a dope album. I think it's slept on. I think it's underrated. It's got some really good tracks on there. So yeah, stoked to have that one. All right, it's a bit of a Wu-Tang combo coming up, boys. So Iron Man, yes, I did have this one as well, but I didn't have the sleeve for it. So this and Souls of Mischief were the only two that I had that didn't have the OG sleeve. So I managed to get this one in condition of Iron Man for a really good price. So I had to snap it up. And the other was supposed to be a spare, but yeah, so that's dope. Next up, this one as well, quite hard to get, as Bobby Digital in stereo. So this is cool, comes in the cigarette packet style. Yeah, great condition. Yeah, so this is the original Fault before the follow-up to Bobby Digital, the second one. So yeah, dope to have. Cigarette style, the RZA. Don't see that around much. Next, I know Jamie's a big fan of this one. Inspector Deck, Uncontrolled Substance OG. Once again, this is released right towards the end of when tapes were finishing up. I think it was 99 or 2000. So, yeah, great condition. Another burner release from the Wu. Yeah, glad to have that one in the collection. Another one that Jamie mentions a bit. Golden Arms. So yeah, once again, just one that I got probably 6-7 months ago. Forgot that I'd even acquired it, and then it arrives and you're just blown away by how mint it is, and just to have it. So yeah, that's a dope album. And the next one's a big one, boys. So there it is, legendary Purple Tape. I'm just going to put the phone down for a second. Just pull it out of this packet. There it is, boys. OG Purple Tape. I actually rewound it the other night and I was so nervous when I was rewinding it down. I almost dropped it then. But yeah, there it is. OG Purple Tape. So definitely a grail. It's pretty good condition. Mint conditions of these are probably $2,000 to $3,000. So just to get hold of one is it's pretty crazy. So yeah, stoked. Obviously really stoked to get hold of that one. So I'll just put that to the side. Last stack here, boys. I'm trying to be quick so I don't drag on too much. This is another grail. Gangstar, full clip. Sealed. Double cassette. This is something I've wanted for ages. Obviously brought the OG vinyl from Clay, not last URC, but maybe the one before that. So yeah, really stoked to have that. I was thinking, because of the debate between Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth, perhaps we just do the full clip and just do the whole thing, just have a massive Gangstar night, you know, do all 4 sides, smash it all in one go, start early, finish early, and just really saturate ourselves in Gangstar. So yeah, let me know what you think, boys, about that. But yeah, that's gonna get ripped out the plastic shortly, and might even throw it on this afternoon when I get a chance. So yeah, really dope album. Beanie Siegel. So this is Beanie's first album, The Truth. There was a lot of hype around this prior to its release. Obviously he's on Rockefeller. I think there's just this one, and he's got one other solo project. But this was about the same time when I think when Kanye was just coming out, and even DJ K Slay. So what is it? Yeah, 2000. So yeah, it went well. I think this got 4 or 4.5 stars or mics in the source. So yeah, it's a bit of a slept on release. Once again, not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, it's worth checking out, that one for sure. So it definitely got a bit of critical acclaim when it dropped, and it lived up to the hype. So yeah, good to have that. This is really dope, boys. This is actually the promo drop for Black on Both Sides. So yeah, check that out. So this is really dope. So it's like a little promo that was dropped, a couple months prior to the debut album. Just got 1 track on each side. Definitely when you guys come around next, chuck that on and just listen to that Hot 97 Cypher Sounds freestyle there. But yeah, really stoked to have that. It's something you don't see every day, so it's just in the cardboard case. I'll just take it out because it's pretty dope. So check that out. It even looks old. Yeah. So yeah, promo tape for probably the next album that we're going to do for the URC. So yeah, it would be fitting to chuck that on prior to the album. Next up, we got BG Knock and Draystar. So West Coast classic. Not everyone would have heard of this one. So they were down with Eazy-E, part of Eazy's crew. As Mev knows, there's a few people out there that are big collectors of their stuff. This is actually really hard to get, this album, especially in OG. This is really good condition. So yeah, this is a dope album. It's not as well known, but yeah, they were down with Eazy, obviously having their beef with Death Row on the West Coast. It was like an internal beef, I suppose, while there was the East to West still happening at the same time. So yeah, it's a really dope album. EPMD, Strictly Business, picked up this as a spare copy. Mine's pretty rough. The original, Giles is all over EPMD like myself. Yeah, really, I suppose what's this, 88, Fresh Records. Yeah, it's a dope album. It's up there with Rakim and Eric B. their first album. It's quite, yeah, it's a classic. So yeah, glad to have a good condition spare on hand. It's for Clay and Jamie, these ones here. So you guys will dig these big time. So Black Moon, we got Warzone, and then Black Moon Digging in the Vaults. So the Black Moon double, yeah, which is dope. Yeah, so a couple of Black Moon tapes, yeah, which is cool. This classic here, you guys know what it is from the cover straight away. Beastie Boys, Check Your Head. So yeah, I think I got one other Beasties tape, License to Ill, which everyone has to have. So yeah, it's dope to have that. Beastie Boys, super collectible. Next, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. This was actually when Will Smith was pretty dope. This is a dope album. I know Mev would be all over this one. I'm the rapper, he's the DJ. Yeah, old school classic. What's this? 88 Zomba. So yeah, long before the Will Smith that everybody knows. Back when they were combining to put out some pretty dope records. Next, this classic here, Far Side. Don't really need to say much about this one. Surprised I didn't have it by now, but great to get hold of it. So yeah, this one's up Mev's alley. Not really hip hop, but Donnell Jones, Where I Wanna Be. Yeah, it's an absolute classic album. Lot of really dope tracks on there. Kind of club joints. Yeah, so it was just one that came up on the side, so I snapped it up. But yeah, it's a good one to have. This next one, I think it completes the Gangstar album collection. So No More Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, 89. Only a few tracks on there, but yeah, dope album. Funk Dubious, we've talked about these guys quite a bit. Which Doobie Are You? This one here, guys, Big Pun, another Pun album. So my copy of Yeah Baby snapped probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. Tried to repair it, but yeah, it just wasn't salvageable. So managed to get another copy of that. So it's the kind of part of the Pun triple play. Capital Punishment, this one, and then yeah, the Endangered Species compilation, which I've got here. So yeah, dope album. MC Shan, Down by Law. This is one of those old school, I suppose, hip hop classics that kind of started things. You know, it's probably not as well known, but yeah, dope tape. Yeah, just kind of those break beats. Yeah, it was where hip hop came from, where it began. So yeah, it's great to have that one in the collection. The last two, once again, not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I think, you know, they finished the J collection. So the Blueprint, blue tape, this is dope to have. There was a point in time I had no Jay-Z. Now I think I've got everything. So yeah, look, some people like him, some people don't. Not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, Jay released some classic stuff back in the day. So that's the Blueprint, and then yeah, the Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse. So yeah, great to get hold of those. Great condition, and yeah, they were like 2000, I think this was 02 and this is 01. So yeah, once again, right at the kind of the end of cassettes. So it's probably why they look so good, but yeah, hard to get hold of. So yeah, that's it, boys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, looking forward to the next URC and catching up soon. All right, peace.